Check, check. Hello, hello, hello. Forgive the morning breath. You all are the first people I've spoken to today. Yeah. So, yesterday, where did we get up to? Yes, yesterday we got up to building this array that we spread the class name element, the elements with the class name values drop down into, and we then map that array. Well, we map this array like thing into a we convert each one to a number. So we now need to be able to update the display with the sorted numbers, and we start by using an arrow function called update UI that takes in an array parameter. Because we were writing algorithms that won't immediately have a return value, set a fallback value for array to be an empty array. Here's an example of a function that has a fallback value. This is when our fallback, initialize our default. That's then changed afterwards. We've done bits of that before. The fallback function value is just when you sort of initialize, not initialize, but you give a default value for array or for the parameter that you're using, which could be which could be changed if the sorry, I can't speak. Which could be changed if the argument is actually given. So we know here we've got an array. But our array can also be, or will initially be, an empty array. So if we call update UI without giving any value, any argument, then we get an empty array to start with. But if we call it and we provide it with an argument, then it takes that argument. Sorry, it's far too early. To perform an action on each element in the array, use the method that is meant for iterating over arrays. Now there's a few, we've actually looked at a few in the recursion project. Here we're going to use for each and pass it an empty callback which takes num and I as the parameters. The syntax for each. Therefore, I'll search for Google for it. Yeah, okay. Just my function. Okay, so we're going to this again shows part of this sort of HTML design that's been clearly thought of beforehand. Because what we have here is this output values I. So let's see where we can find it. We're looking for an ID. Probably in the output value ID 1, output value ID 2, and we are then building that into the string. So anyway, what we are supposed to do is create a handler for get element by ID. Okay. Since they've been such big fans of const, let's use a constant. Because we're using a template literal, we use backticks, and we know that this bit. So the first bit we give it is the string, and then we use the $ curly brackets for JavaScript, which in this case will just be will be the argument I that we're feeding into there. Take a little break to consider becoming a supporter. Which I should. I will. It's the way the bank's set up. Gotta check in on the savings. I want to set the inner text property of output value node to num. So now that we've got output value now node being this HTML element effectively, we can then start dealing with some of those attributes of the element. And here we are dealing with the inner text. Okay, so we are back in our sort input array function. And we can call the update UI. With input values. As an argument. At this point, we've got these input values. If we do that, we're not sorting because we're not doing anything with it now, but we can at least just pass the same thing in. So we have to pick anything. With what we're doing now, we are literally just picking it and then passing it into the output. Yeah, which is quite cool. Yeah, so now we need to actually sort it. The first sorting algorithm to implement is the bubble sort, which starts at the beginning of the array and bubbles up unsorted values towards the end, iterating through the array until each is completely sorted. Start by declaring the bubble sort variable and assign an arrow function that takes an array. We'll use a for loop to iterate. So for loop. We haven't set to do anything, but okay. Sorry. I might not need to have done this actually. Oh, that is what I was doing. Oh, because I used J. Because I probably was using the wrong syntax. I was using J. Yeah, oh. I don't necessarily know why I didn't need to initialize the I, but do need that. I am initializing that to 0. For you should initialize to 0. Should check that I is less than array.length. Okay, I don't need to think. That's fine. Yes, I did need to initialize it. Let I equals that. That was the length. I didn't need to include the function call for length. This is a method, I guess. You tell someone's bitter. So the reason I think this should work is I'm iterating through each except for the last one, right? If I initialize this to 1, it gets to array.length 1 element before it will get there, but I just want that. Fine. Yeah, it's the same thing. I am taking array.length. I'm taking 1 away. I am still initializing from 0, but I'm getting up to the point of array.length minus 1. Remember, when we start from 0, we're counting 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you have an array that's 5, you can't see me. If you have an array that's 5 elements long, if you start at 0, you'll get up to number 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? If I start at 1, I'll still get to 4 if I don't have to take away the length that they've done it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. because array length will be 5, and I want to be less than 5, so I'll still get the same thing. But yeah, they wanted just to always initialize from 0, which is fine. Cool. For time's sake, I'm gonna call it there. But major shout out to everyone that tunes in. I want to apologize. I know sometimes the audio hasn't been the best. I think at the beginning I wasn't paying much attention to that. Was like my initial sort of first month or two was just trying to be consistent and build a habit. But I'll be more mindful because some of you are finding these helpful. And I appreciate all the comments. I only yesterday found out that some of you have been leaving comments outside of like the emissaries or whoever joins. Like shout out to emissaries, shout out to David, shout out to OD, the guys that joined the stream. I've seen your comments, the newer ones, and I'll try and respond to all of them. But thank you. It's encouraging to me as well to know that these are helping someone, in as much as this is just me also keeping myself accountable to go through it little and often, turning up every single day. And yeah, I'll just leave you with that. Whatever you are doing, it might not be code, it might be something else that you want to work on. Turn up,